Welcome you all to the Sastika's Academy, and in this videos we are going to see the MS Access 2010 tutorial is a starting tutorial. In this tutorials we are going to see the introduction part, what is the table, what are the objects used for creating MS Access database, like that, and with the examples we are going to see. Let's start it. Coming to the introduction part, a database. We are using a database concept in storing a data. A data is stored in a table format with consists of rows and columns. We are used to store all kind of informations with separate fields and columns. That is the main purpose of creating a database. This is help you to retrieve the information from the particular table using queries, forms, reports, etc. This is the example table. Like that, this is the table with fields and columns are there. We are storing like this. The main thing we are storing, ID is a unique one. Other fields are maybe same or unique. But the ID is a different. By using this ID, we can retrieve that particular record easily. This is the database stored in MS Access. Important database terms. First one is database. What is database? A database is an integrated collection of logically related records in the form of tables. We have seen before, the data are arranged in the form of tables. It offers an organized mechanism for storing, managing, and retrieving information. There is some strategy or some techniques or to store, how to store the data, how to manage the data, how to retrieve the information. We have to retrieve a particular field, not the whole one. We can retrieve the whole information from the table or any particular field we can retrieve. For example, a database can be created for school, libraries, banks, etc. because we need a database for storing set of informations in a organized manner, so that we prefer MS Access database. Example of database. For a single database, there is a two or more tables, right? But there is a relationship between the tables. Then only we can retrieve the correct record easily. For that, we are using a concept primary key. Primary key is considered which data is unique, that record or field is considered as a primary key. Here ID is considered as a primary key, so that the ID field is viewed in all the other tables. That is a relationship among the tables. Look at here, there is a three more tables. There is a relationship among three tables: student tables and participation tables and activity tables. These three tables are formed in a single database, right? So that, look at this, there is an ID with student's name, another one ID with activity name. That activity is forms in another table, and that activity cast is formed in the table. This is like that we create a relationship among the tables in database. Then only we can retrieve the correct information from the table. For maintaining a database, we are using DBMS. It means Database Management System. A DBMS is a set of computer programs that controls the creation, maintenance, and use of a computerized database by the user. User only create a DBMS. Okay, some examples of DBMS software are MS Access, Fox Pro, Foxbase. These softwares consist of some managements, how to manage a database, how to maintain the database, how to retrieve the information properly. These kinds of informations are maintained in these softwares. Next one, the important concept in database is table. Table is nothing but collections of related information in the form of rows and columns. Rows are considered as the records and columns are considered as the fields. Look at this picture. This is the structure of school database. In the schools, we are maintaining a database with separate tables, students, library, and staff. And in student table, there is admission number, student name, address, phone number, class. In library, book code, subject, author, publisher, cost, issue date, return date. In staff, staff code, staff name, department, joining, salary, etc. So under the database schools, we are creating a separate tables, right? Here I give you the examples of record. What is record? In one row, in particular row, admission number, student name, address, phone number, class of a particular person, single day, single person record, complete record. That is called as the horizontal row is called as a record. Here I give the example of field, a vertical column in a table that store information of the same type, like admission number, field, on only we want to retrieve information of admission number or student's name. This field is considered, this column is considered as a field. Then why we are using DBMS? What is the functions of DBMS? Because for maintaining some integrity and consistency of a data in database, we are using DBMS. What are the functions of DBMS means? It first one is it's reduce data redundancy and facilitates sharing of data, controls data consistency, enforce standards, ensure data security, and maintains integrity. We will look after one by one. First one, it's reduce data redundancy. What is data redundancy? Data redundancy, it means a duplication of data. Duplication of data means if you are storing the same registration number or admission number of a students one or two times, more than one time, DBMS helps to remove that particular data so that we have remove a duplicate data from the table easily. So that DBMS helps to reduce data redundancy. In MS Access systems, redundancy means repetitive of a same record. Next one, facilitate sharing of data. Sharing of data means consider in a school database the registration counter or admin team maintain when the time of admission, students admissions, a set of informations are stored. What is the ID number, name, address, phone number, parents name, email ID, grade, class, like that. The same information is moved on to the class teacher and the class teachers move the same details to the subject teachers. So we didn't create a separate thing again and again. We can share the data easily. And next one is control data inconsistency. Inconsistency means uh, consider this example, author's name, book, and date of stock list. The DBMS helps to maintain a record in a consistent manner. Consistent means any rules is followed. If you change any information in this table, this automatically that change may be reflect on the related tables. right? Then only we give a proper records. That helps to control the data inconsistency. If you're maintaining some records in author's name book, if any changes in the book name or author's name are wrongly mentioned, if or changes that author's name, or consider the date of stock or stock list. If the stock list Christmas pick is not available, means we deleted the Christmas pick. So that in that author's name book, that's also deleted. If the Christmas pick stock is not available, means in the author's name book it shows author name book. If some students ask, I give that book Christmas pick J.K. Rowling author's name book, means we can't give that book because the stock is not available. So that if the stock is not available, that's related records are also deleted. So the MS Access helps to maintain a data inconsistency. Here I give you the example of what is redundancy and inconsistency. Redundancy we know about two or more date two or more times the data is repeated, a particular data is repeated. This means redundancy. Inconsistency means a condition that occurs between tables when similar data is kept in different formats in two different tables, or when matching of data must be done between tables. If we are using a different information of the same different information of the same thing, like a book informations of author information in one table, stock list in one table, means we will create a matching any relationship among the tables. Then only we reduce the inconsistency, right? Enforces standards. This is also the one of the functions of DBMS. Enforces standards means there is a certain standards is applied in the data representations, like naming, structure and format of data. For example, if name of the students is a field in a table, it should be consistent every word. If you are look at this example, name, ID, grade, name, second language name. Here, yeah, if ID is used 11455, the same thing you have to use in all the tables. If the name ID, if the name is used as Suja, SUJA, without initial or without completing full name, anything, the same SUJA is used in another tables also. Then only we can maintain a standards, because if SUJA R or S is added, means that record is different when compared to SUJA. So if you are using SUJA or RAM, you are using RAM in other data also. That means you have to maintain a standards. Another one is ensures data security. Ensures data security means the access to any record can be protected. You are maintaining a database. It is confidential, right? So no other persons cannot access this database. What we do? We have to protect it by using a password or security software or any other signature. We have to maintain for data security. And another thing is maintains integrity. A DBMS maintains integrity by keeping some constraints when the data is entered. These constraints are rules designed to keep data consistent and correct. They act like a check on the incoming data. If you are storing a data in a table, in each and every fields, every columns, right? That's a set of constraints, set of rules or manage. If you're entering a wrong data, if you're entering a number instead of entering a strings or character, any alphabets, it shows it's wrong. It shows the wrong information you're entered. Or you are allocating a rules. Only 7 digits or only 9 digits are entered for a phone number. If you are entering one number reduce, only you are entering 8 numbers. It shows this is not a correct data like that. It's not getting the data. That is maintain integrity. Integrity of data in a database table. Data integrity in a database covers all aspects of data quality and advances further by executing several rules and procedures. How information is entered, deposited, transmitted, and more. This is the example of integrity in database term. If the salary is only the number, we are entering a strings as a character or alphabet. This is not acceptable because a salary is only a number, right? These are all the objects in database. Tables, queries, forms, reports. These are all the four main objects that are used in the database. Again, the one of the objects of database is a table first. A table is known for forms of rows is called records and as column is considered as a fields. Okay. And next object is queries. Queries is used for sorting, grouping, or filtering data in the tables. If you are making a large table in a database means if you want some informations, not all the informations, if you want some informations in the table, that this query helps to sorting a particular information or grouping or using filtering. If you are come across this SQL, there is a query you can use select star from the table name where the field name like this. In MS Access also you can select a field name. You want some field. For example, the query might only display a list of students in class 7 out of all the school students. If you want only need the information of 7 grade or 7 class students list, this query help you to retrieve that particular record. This is a SQL query and not MS Access. How I give you for understanding purpose how you select the query. First you select the table name and field name, like that you select. In SQL we are using information like that, select star from, but in MS Access we are selecting the field name. Forms, and forms is nothing but they are providing application like details for entering. If you are creating a form for a school admission, that data is stored in the MS Access database. Database is used as a backend. When the user is entering a data means the form is a front end, right? If you're entering some data in application that is considered as a form, that particular after giving a submit button, that data is stored in the database, right? Database acts as a backend only for storing. The user can't see the database, only they can enter the details. Once after entering, you have to check whether the data are entered in the database. You can check the database. The front end is considered as a forms, right? Look at this example forms in the reservations system. If you are entering name, email, room type like that, after submitting the button, this set of information data are stored in the database. First one, front end is the forms. After storing the information, the data are stored in the database table. After that, if you want to view the data, right? If you want to view the data means that reports are viewed in reports format. Okay. Okay, consider this is an example for reports. You consider the progress report. If different subject teachers are entering different marks of this particular students, right? So they are doing a separate work. Chemistry teachers doing separately, geography teacher, social teacher, literature teachers doing separately, but it's in separate manner, but it's a combined database. For showing this progress report, we there is a report is generated after storing our data in the table. There is a general report is created. Okay, that's is our report. Here comes to the final part, how to start the MS Access. In some systems having MS Access combination of in the MS Office there is a MS Access. You can start from that, or otherwise you go and download MS Access 2010. From that, starting the blank, select the blank database. If you are interested to use the templates, there is a more templates or there. If you are using for event management task, nutrition, students, like that, there is a more something, some templates or there, you can use that, or otherwise you can use the blank database or creating your own. After creating a blank database, it shows a create. You can enter the names, database file or student table or hospital or like that. What you want to wish to give the database name. After opening a database table or data after creating a database, it shows like that. Okay. Navigation pan, table, navigation pan. How many tables are created? The navigation pan, it shows how many tables are created in a single database. And this is a file menu for opening and creating and save the file like that. And a quick access toolbar and table document where you have typed the information, field informations and table document, and title bar and the ribbon and close button status bar.